Go get them blues.
Yeah. You done this before, Trevor?
Yeah, a few years ago I did. I done the A grade here. One of the first games I think we've ever done. Cummins Red United.
And how much do you say? As from now? This is the grand final of the Colts of the Great Flinders Football League. It's between the Tumby Bay Colts, who've just won the second semi-final, and the Reds have fought their way through from the preliminary final by beating Ramblers, and they're here to play this big match today, Tumby and Reds. Both teams are pretty confident of a good game. The ground conditions are a little bit damp. There's still a heavy dew on the ground. There's been quite a lot of rain during the week, and so we could expect the ball to be skidding through to some degree. But the weather's fine. It's overcast. There's a breeze from the southwest, and it doesn't look to have too much of an influence on the game, but it may be perhaps 1 or 2 goals worth. So it looks like Reds have won the toss and will be kicking with the breeze, and so the ball's just about to be bounced.
Umpire in charge of the game today is Kenny Wheatra. It'll be Kenny's first time up in the grand final. Improved umpire through the 1986 season. Watched him umpire the game last week. Done a pretty good job, though, with like the players today. It'll be pretty uptight, a lot of nerves. Let's see how he goes with the first bounce. Ball goes down for the 1986 grand final. Reds forward to the half-forward line. Borges is met a bit high, umpire Wheatra reckons. Take a free kick. Borges' idea now here, he'd have to drive the ball very long into the half-forward line. He's got a good wind up behind him. He's usually a good kick with the ball. Didn't use all his distance though. Looks for Hammond. Hammond's given a free kick away to Tumby Bay. And Franks drives to the wing. One-handed attempt by Wolford. Hooks it around the body. It's out of bounds.
The toss-in will be right in front of our commentary box on about the western wing. Right over the back, tap on there by Laurie to Butler, back to Laurie, and away they go. But it's picked up, it's a lot of scrambling work, but it's knocked out well by Franks. Gives it a left foot kick from Roberts, and on a big mark taken by Trezise. He quickly kicks on, and it's Murphy right in front, who's a very skillful rover and works well around in front of the goals. I guess he's 20 metres out, kicking into the breeze, but that shouldn't be beyond his distance. We're just watching as the ball comes in. It's a short kick, but according to the umpire Newland, goal umpire at the southern end, it's gone straight through for a goal. So that's a handy goal to Tumby Bay into the breeze. Both teams are working well, and I guess they're finding the nerves a little bit strange at the moment. They're sorting themselves out, but it was good work through a big tap on, particularly by Franks, to get that ball right into the forward line. Ball's back in the centre now. A lot of scrambly work. Boys very keen to get onto the job. Ball's down again now. Roberts on his own, down to Butler. He gets a left foot kick through to the half-back line. They're still sorting themselves out, and a lot of scrambly play going on. Attempted kick off the ground by Richter from Roberts onto Butler, and a good mark by Laurie, who's made centre half forward for Tommy Bay a real powerhouse this season. A lot of pushing and shoving, and they've decided to give it to the Reds back man. That's Kelly, and he pushes on to Major, and he's going to push this one right down to the centre of the ground. But just spilt there by Watkins in an attempt to pick up the ball, but they're sorting around, and Hammond, Noel Hammond's been a very good player this season too. Sorts it out to Slater, and then down.
Reds have got a little bit of trouble in the forward lines at the moment. They're not settled. It's good moving by Watkins and the Slater brothers, but Tumby Bay have taken it forward again, down to the half forward line. Langley comes out to meet it, hotly in pursuit, followed by Laurie. Still over the ball. Reds camp looks a bit disorganised at the moment. Slater tries to clear, gets it to the wing area. Looking for and finds Fussy. He puts it over the half forward line. Borges in hot pursuit here. He's going to have his... I think he's got him. He's have to go for holding the ball. It was a good tackle. It was desperate stuff by Borges. He plays on quickly, gets the ball down. Looking for Blacker. It's over the back to Glover. Glover lines up. He snared that well, and Reds have got their first goal into the 86 grand final. It was better movement by Reds. It was good stuff by Borges there to move the ball on quickly and get the ball in the open spaces. Well, looking at these two sides over the year, I would say that this game is going to have nothing in it right at the end. This is going to be a close tussle all the way through.
Right, we've now gone 4.5 minutes, so the game's just on, and there's one goal apiece, so it's a particularly even game. The runners have both come out. The Reds man to congratulate the team, and the Blues to make sure that defence holds tight. The ball's down, and a quick handball from Franks to Murphy. Murphy another handball to Roberts, and he's going to put his left foot onto it again. And good calling through by Trezise, almost gets through. But the Tumby Bay using quite a lot of handball and working. Although now Slater's been able to clear the ball down to Phelps. There's a hold up now, but it's deemed to be a over the shoulder, over the a head-high tackle to Roberts, who's now kicking it right into the half-forward line. Ball's over the back, free to Butler. He kicks it straight through the goals, and it's another goal to Tumby Bay. So there's good, clean, hard football from both sides. They're both playing well, using the ball to effect. And so this is another goal to Tumby Bay, which is a good effort into the wind. And that only came up in about 40 seconds. So that's great play by Tumby Bay.
The way the game's being played at the moment, the centre of the ground, there's a lot of scrimmaging in the centre of the ground, but once the ball seems to go to the half-forward line for either side, the goals are scored very quickly. Cummins, at the moment, haven't got their playmakers into the game, where Tumby Bay with Murphy and Roberts and that calibre of player, they're starting to settle into the centre of the ground more so than what the Red players and say Watkins, Carr and Major haven't really had any effect on the game. They're playing from behind. Carr's given away a free kick to Tumby Bay. Drives to the wing. Oh, that's a good mark over the top by the Blues. Mark taken by young Franks. Kicks to the half-forward line. Slater's in front. Slater's going to have to go long here. He's going to have to look for the bigger players, more so in Borges anyone else. He's gone to the vacant spot. Hammond tries to make the break. It's Franks again. Handball's out. Hammond's met, front on. Things are a bit tight out here at the moment. Major's got it. I think there should be a ball up here now. So Wheat has got to start pinging a few free kicks here to keep the game open, I think. Punched away. Blues drives in through Richter. Young Trezise has been pinged for holding the ball. Actually, Slater has played pretty consistent football on the half-back line for the Roosters this year. Number 4 being Sean Major taps the ball behind. He's a player that's going to have to get into the game for the Roosters if they're going to be any threat. She's out of bounds on the far side. Big throw-in. It's a good handball by Tumby. They've got it in the open. Now they can run it into their forward lines. His eyes hooks it over to the forward pocket. Who's this little bloke? Cromer. Goes backwards. Finds Slater for the Reds. Not really good football there. Kicked out towards the wing area. Blacker. Hammond in control of the ball now. Looks, doesn't know where to go. There's no movement. He's in trouble. Going to have to clear it quick. Does. Down to the wing area to Blacker. Blacker. Borges. Borges now to go the half-forward line with a big kick. He's got it out in the open. Watkins and Anderson has got the ball. Clears out to the wing area. Back to Borges. Goes in hard. Control of the ball now, looks, goes with the left leg down, looking for Major, but intercepted by Dunn. Dunn now, the clearing kick towards the centre of the ground. It's off hands. It's a bit scrimmagey, things are still tight. Umpire to come in and ball it up. How long have we been going now? 9.5 minutes. Carr should be given a free kick on the bottom of the pack. Reds are going to have to move the ball on pretty quick, otherwise Tumby are going to fill their forward lines up and they'll have no movement whatsoever. Carr doesn't know where to go. Kicks. Looking for... No. Intercepted by... Is that Dunn again? Thorpe. Thorpe clears back to the centre of the ground. It's a good mark. Taken by number 11, who's Roberts. Goes to the half-forward line, but in front's the centre half-back, and Slater. Back to the half-forward area again. Watkins in front, tries, intercepted by Phelps. Does it well for a little fellow, kicks it, and finds Blacker on his own. If he can move it on here, they've got a chance. It's over the back.
And rushed through by Anderson, who took it through the behinds. Anderson wants to kick to the far side, does so with a wobbly old kick, but manages to reach Roberts, who drops the ball. But he's still over the ball and working hard at it. Gets tapped out of the pack, but only to see Liam Anderson clear the ball again. He hits the boundary, but I'm afraid it's over the boundary on the full, and it'll be a kick in by Reds. Being taken by Blacker. He's going to drive it right back into that goal square again. Looks hard. And it's Borges who's taken the big mark. Now he's playing well around the ground, taking a few big marks, and is working really well. Now he's got the opportunity now to put his side in front if he can kick straight. And they certainly need this with a bit of a breeze favouring their end. The umpire doesn't move much, and he signals one goal. So that means that Cummins have hit the front again, and this is 11.5 minutes gone, so we're not much further than halfway through the quarter, so there's plenty in this game left yet. Runners out again, telling their teams to carry on with the game, and the backs to tighten up. Ball down in the centre again with Roberts and Sampson competing. Ball runs loose, but it's Borges again. He's grabbed too high, and Richter has given away a free. He had carried the ball quite a long way, and if Richter had collared him a little bit lower, he may have been given the benefit of a free kick. But it's Borges again with the opportunity now to put his side right in there. He elects a big screw punt, kicks it right in, but I'm afraid it's too far to the left, and it's run out over the boundary line. So it's Cummins leading 2-1 to Tumby, 2 straight goals. Hammond's got it now. He turns with a big handball into the centre, but it's only gone into a pack. Richardson's got the ball, trying to work his way out of the pack, but it's going to be a ball up. It's Roberts and Modra going for the ball again. It's kicked well out to Tumby, but they look as though they're going to kick it out. No, a big effort by the Reds, by Wilson, but he's unable to get it. But he's over the ball again, works back into it. The umpire declares it's a stalemate and calls for a bounce. So it's Roberts, and this time Sampson going for the ball. Franks has got the benefit of the free, kicks on. Out wide is Laurie. He's able to have time to pick the ball up and in high to Darling, who uses all of his full height and stretch to grab the ball. He now plays it on quickly to get it into his forward line to where the little men are waiting for it. Murphy's unable to get it. Cromer tries, but it's picked up by Kelly, and he drives it out wide again, looking for Noel Hammond, but he's unable to get it. Wilson's got it, but a big smother by Gibbons, which means that Richter's got his nose over the ball and is given the benefit of the doubt of any player going for the ball. He kicks it wide along the boundary line and just able to get it to Roberts, who's wide on the boundary, runs it out with the ball, but it's in a mark. Unfortunately for Reds, Sampson's gone over the mark and is being penalised 15 metres. Roberts gets another kick, this time a little close to the goals, drives it well in, looking for Darling again. He's up high but is unable to get the ball. But it's again Slater who's doing really well in the back lines, kicking it out. Unfortunately, Hammond drops what he should have taken and is now given a free kick away to the little man in Butler. Butler looks for a lead, and it's Franks who's got the open space and kicks on to Chris Gibbons. He's turned on his right foot looking for the goals, and it looks as though it's just snuck through for a behind. That ties the score up, and we've been going now for a quarter of an hour. So after a quarter of an hour's struggle in the Colts grand final, scores are all tied again. Kelly looks for the big lead. It's coming from Hammond, but he's short. Wilson's able to tackle it, but it's now a free because Wilson's been picked up. No, it's not Wilson. Who's that? Black is able to get the free. He drives with a big screw punt into the centre. And it's Tierney who's first to the ball. He drives it down the centre line. But, Reds are able to work together. Watkins from the centre, still playing game. Fuss picks it up onto his right foot, and it's a good, well-judged mark from Butler, who gets himself under the ball. Butler plays on now, but the umpire, in the meantime, has called the ball back. Watkins is brought right back, and Butler's able to put the ball into Franks in the centre of the ground. Franks and Watkins are having a good duel, with I think Franks on top at the moment. The ball's put into centre half forward, and Roberts has got the ball and kicks on to Richter, who drops what he should have taken. He turns around, has enough time to pick the ball up, drives the ball up forward. Dunn not able to pick the ball up. That was Darling. And the ball's in a big mess now. It's a scrimmage, and umpire Wheater decided that the best thing is to ball the ball it up.
Still in the forward line for Tumby. It's kicked out. Wilson's got it. Turns, back turns. Gets a big screw punt out down to the centre of the ground where it's all Tumby Bay. Franks has got the mark. He's got a few players running for him now. Goes to the half forward line. Richter's up. That's a good strong mark at centre half forward. Red's in a bit of trouble here, these tall guys. Wheater at the moment has been pretty heavy on the man on the mark. As Richter drives forward. One-handed attempt by Kelly. It's not really on in the finals where you go for the ball with one hand. It's a quick snap by Tumby. Slater now with the ball, tries to clear out the half-back line. It's a big kick, Cars underneath it, spills the mark. Ooh. Phelps trying to clear it out. Through comes... The boys are giving nothing away at the moment. It's all pretty hard sort of stuff. Wheater to bounce the ball on the half-forward line for Tumby Bay. Kelly up in ruck to Slater. Tries to clear it. It's a wobbly kick along the ground to his counterpart and his brother. He can't clear the ball. Blacker now with the ball comes out on the right leg looking for Borges in the centre of the ground. Takes a... goes to the half-forward line. Watkins tries to mark, can't. Hasn't been in the game yet, Matty. There's a trip there on the half-forward line for Reds. That's Watkins. Now he's big kicker of the ball, Watkins. Should put it right in. No, he's gone for a short one to Major. Major marks deep. In between the half-forward and forward pocket area for Reds. Major can kick a ball if he gets onto it pretty well. He's a good kicker of the ball. Didn't get onto that one at all. Drops short. What should have been a good mark was spilt. An easy mark was spilt by Tumby right in the goal mouth for the Reds. Well, I think time's starting to run out in this quarter. She's pretty locked up. The scores are 1 point the difference. Major's got the ball now. He'd have to get rid of it or he'd be gone for holding the ball, which he has. The umpire's seen it that way, and Major's been penalised for holding the ball. Tumby now with a chance to clear out. It's a good kick. Mark's been paid by Watkins on the half-forward line for the Reds again. Cummins don't seem to have the movement in the forward lines that Tumby have. They seem Tumby can run the ball in a lot quicker than what the Reds do, and Reds get a bit congested. As you can see on the film, there's a lot of players down in that forward line. It's a big kick into the forward line by Watkins. And I think there'll be a ball up here right in the goal mouth for the Roosters. Reds want a goal now. There's only be seconds remaining in this quarter.
20 seconds.
Yeah. Well, Reds have got about 20 seconds to score a goal while I've got it down there before the bell will go. It's pretty scrambled over in that forward pocket. The ball goes out of bounds in the forward pocket. There goes the siren to end the first quarter, the 1986 Colts Grand Final at Cummins. It's been a pretty close tussle in the first quarter. The scoreboard reading at the moment, Tumby Bay 2 goals to Cummins 2-1. As we predicted at the start of the game, there'll be nothing in this game all day. Both of these sides, in my opinion, when you look at them on paper, they line up. There's not much in either side. Tumby, maybe, have got a little bit more height than what Cummins have. But on the other hand, Cummins have got some good little skillful players that haven't really come into the game yet. Matty Watkins hasn't been in the game. He can dominate the centre of the ground. Tumby have got young Franks and Richter and Butler and those type of players who are very handy. Young Murphy has already got 1 goal. It was a good goal down in the forward pocket. He snared the ball and kicked the goal. Roberts has got a goal for the Blues. And the goal kickers for Cummins, Jason Glover, who snared a ball over the pack and ran into an open goal and kicked a goal. And a big captain's goal by Borges. So, actually, when we read the scores, the goal umpires have changed that. She's 13 points apiece. It's all tied up.
It was a good quarter by both sides. Tumby ran the ball well into the wind, and there's some good work by their ruckman, Chris Roberts. A couple of good marks by their big chaps in David Darling. And Chris Gibbons dropped a couple that quarter that he should have taken, which would have been very handy for them as well. But the small chaps also worked well. I thought Craig Franks was on top in the centre, and Richard Murphy made the most of his opportunities, as he usually does in the first quarter, with a good goal, a good opening goal. And Chris Crome was also in the thick of things as well. The half-back line and the full-back line held well and congested things up, making it hard for Cummins to penetrate and to get any easy run through to goals. Liam Anderson performed well at full-back, and the rest was steady. So that was the Tumby Bay performers for the quarter, with David Butler kicking 1 goal and Richard Murphy kicking 1 goal. And for Cummins,
the goal kickers for Cummins being Jason Glover, number 22 for Cummins. Talked about that a little while ago with Jason virtually only being up in the Colts this year. He's only a little fella. I noticed on Thursday night was a bit of time spent with him kicking for goal, because the week before he had the chance 3 or 4 times to kick goals, and his kicking let him down a little bit. The other one being David Borges, who's the captain of the Cummins side this year. David's game today is going to have to be a powerhouse game as far as he's concerned, because he's a big boy, he can dominate the game, and he's got the Coach Hall will naturally call on David today to put in a big effort. He had a good half of football last week in the last half, and he dominated then and brought Reds home to win. If he can produce that type of football again today, along with guys like Took Major, Chucky Kelly, Hammond and Watkins and the Slater brothers, if these guys all knuckle down now, they can hold the Blues off of this bit of breeze and possibly settle into the game like they did last week and play a lot better football after half time. But due to start the second half, and Cummins have got their work cut out to run this ball up into that southwesterly that's coming across the ground, and to see if they can stay in touch with the Blues for this quarter. Wheater now with the ball, waiting for the siren to go. Not getting no response from the time box at the moment. There it goes, start of the second quarter in the 1986 Grand Final, with all the scores locked away together. It's down, Kelly, Richter up. Once again, it's a pretty tight start. Ball will be bounced down again right in the centre of the ground. Wheater puts the ball down. Roberts snared the ball out the middle of the ground and gone to the half-forward line and found Butler. Made good position. He wants to play on. The umpire didn't see it that way, but he wanted to play on. He was going for the handball, but he's got the benefit of the doubt. He drives in. Ball's not bouncing all that well for the players at the moment. Ball looks like it's thrown over the head there. But the umpire said he'll ball it up about 10 or 15 metres out from the goal square for Tumby Bay. Kelly and Richter in ruck once again. It's grabbed by Slater. He goes out. Frank spills the ball. Play still pretty tight. Watkins here should get a free kick. Umpire sees it that way. The Roosters going to have to move the ball on pretty quick. It's Major with the free kick. He's unsure where to go. Hasn't got much movement up forward. Now he goes to the centre of the ground where he's found 3 Blues together and they spill the ball easy. Good handball by Butler out to Franks, is it?
no, Tierney.
It was Tierney. Major takes another good mark in the back lines. Major should be going down the other side of the ground, I think, instead of going to the centre. He's gone for the big fella, Noel Hammond. Got control of the ball now. Gets out, he's on his left leg, goes for a big handball out to Slater, running across the half-back line, who goes to the wing. Looking for Phillips. Phillips now, not too sure where to go. He's caught. Red players on the ground. Tumby Bay clear to their half-forward line. Major once again can be the blocker here. This will be a good duel between Major and Franks here. Franks snared the ball. Still got it. Handballs it out. No one in particular. Laurie comes through then. Spilt the ball. Ooh, Hammond's going across goal here to Slater. Finds him. And Slater can run the ball down the half-back line here. Goes on his left leg. Silly kick. Lets Tumby in. Oh, it's good stuff. He dives back. Runs back. Cleans up what he messed up. Butler once again. Starting to come into the game. Left leg by Tierney. Ball doesn't bounce. Fussed out. Doesn't know where to go. Can't kick it. Butler's back in there once again. Umpire comes in and says he'll ball it up on the half-full line for Tumby.
Butler's certainly been on the bottom of the pack for a while and is really burrowing in and doing the Rovers' job, working the ball out really well. It's now Kelly and Roberts. Roberts taps it well to Butler. Butler's clear now and pops it just over, but it's over the head of Tierney. He's missed it again, but backs up his mistake. In through is Nicky Thorpe. it's a bit of a scrambly match, but Thorpe's backed it up again, and it's Borgus hit on the shoulder by Stephen Trezise. It's Borgus playing well, kicking now into the centre of the ground, looking for Hammond, but it's just over his head, but he backs up well and still following the ball. Borgus again. It's Phelps, nose over the ball, he's working his way, but it's now a free kick to Murphy. Murphy kicks to the lead of Franks. Franks is right on the chest, and it's a good lead, a good pass, well worked. They've put the ball through quickly in the forward lines, Tumby Bay, but ball's gone round to Roberts now, and he kicks it with a big right foot into the centre, and a big mark coming in from the side is Jeffrey Laurie. He's taken some big marks this year, and he's made a real position of that half-forward line with some big grabs. He's straight out in front and really shouldn't miss from here. Only 7 or 8 metres away, and just stabs at the ball, kicks it straight through, and that gives Tumby Bay the lead and the first score of this quarter after battling for over 4 minutes. So the game is certainly tight, and it looks as though it's going to be a real finals game. The game that's low scoring, hard fought, a number of toss-ups, and players really endeavouring and throwing themselves into the game all the time. They're certainly both working at it, and it looks as though Reds have picked their game up a bit more and are getting the ball around quite well. The Slater brothers are working well in the back lines. Kelly's come into ruck, but it's Roberts and Sampson this time battling out. Roberts scrambles through, and Franks is scrambling, and Borgus out to Major. He's a long handball out now into the path of Paul, but Major backs up again, kicks right into the forward lines, but it's Caulfield who picks up the crumbs and delivers out to the far flank. Right on the bottom of the pack, trying to pick it up is Anderson, but Watkins grabs it and picks it. Now Dunn, it's a big kick, relieving kick for Tumby, and the mark, or the push, which one you like, is taken by Roberts, but Roberts kicks out to the half-forward line, but Slater's in the road again. He's playing well, and probably one of the best players on the ground at the moment. Hammond makes a good lead and makes a good effort to get the ball, but he's pushed it on to Watkins. Watkins gets pushed over as he kicks the ball in. Anderson backs up there, and that's now free. The ball's running for Glover to pick up again, but he's run down, and it's a ball up again. Big opportunity and then for Reds running the ball in. They ran it in a lot better that way with some good work by the Reds' bigger players. Watkins again working over the ball, but it's Franks who's down there going again, and Sampson pushing in the ball. It's Caulfield again who relieves with a short kick out to Richardson. Richardson puts it on his right boot and clears out. A lucky bounce for Tumby Bay, but not for Reds, as it goes over the head of Phelps. It's now a scramble on the far flank, where the ball's just trickled out out of the bounds, and will be thrown in. So it's Roberts and Sampson again doing battle. It looks like it'll be another ball up, but it's able to be cleared, and the ball's booted well out clear, but in the road again is Slater. He's certainly turning the ball around all the time out there. It's out to Carr. Carr flicks it over to another Reds man who kick off the ground, and a straight push in the back, which goes unnoticed by the umpire. Dunn picks the ball up, delivers in, and it's gone out again on the wing on the far side. The ball is going to be tossed in the wing, far side. Certainly a good battle at the moment. Although scrambly play, both sides are showing a lot of endeavour, and the ball sent in for Tumby Bay. Kicked off the ground now by Richter, and he gets a holding the ball decision in his favour and delivers the ball well into Butler. Butler's resting on the forward line now and still playing well, but he handballs it across to Gibbons, and Gibbons is just too slow at the moment and gets caught with the ball and it gets sent back by Reds. Borges has got the ball now and puts it on his right boot and centres it, but only finds Tumby Bay player and Tierney. Tierney handballs across to Franks, and Franks centres it again, ready for the big players, but Slater again with his body in the right position at the right time. Ham spills the mark but follows up through the pack and kicks well and kicks wide, but in the road is Richter. Richter hasn't been in the game much yet, and he puts forward a pass into Laurie, who's taken another good mark. But Kelly, again making a strong point of his back line for Reds, takes a mark. And Kelly and Slater are certainly working well on the back lines. A big attempt there by Murphy, but it's picked up off hands by Richter. Richter pushes it in, but it's only over the boundary line, right next to the behind post in the Tumby forward lines after about 9.5 minutes gone.
Ball still on the forward line for Tumby. Red's trying to work the ball out through Wilson. Gets a handball out towards the boundary line, but boundary umpire adjudicates it's been kicked out of bounds on the full by somebody. It's a kick in by Cummins. Wilson with not a very good kick out of the back lines. Tumby Bay with the ball now. Murphy, handballs, it's out of bounds. Hammond now moves through the pack well. He's going around he's going the long way home. He's put it out. It's all Tumby Bay out here at the moment though. This is Franks, is it? Or Murphy? It's Tierney. Tierney's got plenty of time now to look steady and puts it straight back where the ball came from in Hammond, but he's spilt the mark. Borges now, strong play, gets a handball to Langley, kicks it underneath the ball now. It's Tierney, he spills it. Blackett comes through. That's good football. He puts it out. It's Tumby Bay again. Here's his little rover and Murphy. He's been gone for holding the ball. Tried to do too much. Had two players running past him, but it's Colts footy. There wasn't a lot of talking there. Murphy had the opportunity to handball, but didn't hear any voice. Puts the ball down. Ball spilt by Tierney. Blackett working hard. Red's got more players at the drop of the ball at the moment. Sampson goes down, looking for Phillips. It's over his head. The ball runs now into the half-forward line. Glover's over the top. Can't control the ball. He's up. Umpire says there's a ball up. Ball moved pretty quick then from the half-back line to the half-forward line. Red's requiring a lot more endeavour, I think, if they're going to take this game out today. Tumby used the ball better than what Cummins are at the moment. Still on the half-forward line for Cummins. The umpire's about to put the ball down. Down it goes. Sampson, it's a bit high there. Goes unnoticed by the umpire. Once again, plays Scrambly. We get another ball up. Blues with the ball now. It's cleared out the danger area for the Blues as far as they're concerned. Phelps now in pursuit. Can't control the ball. Got the ball on the bottom of the pack. The umpire comes in to ball it up once again. Play becoming scrambly now as Reds desperately try to get the ball down through the big sticks to notch another one up so they stay with Tumby Bay. Ball's put out. Who's that? It's over the top. That's a good mark by Borges there from behind. He hasn't got many leads coming up forward. He's going to have to go the long way by the look of it. He's going to put a big kick in. Reds haven't got any big players in the forward lines at the moment. He's looking for Blacker. Major. It's interfered with from behind, so the umpire adjudicates, and Major now would be 20 metres out from goal, kicking into a... the breeze is not all that strong, really. For a lad of his size, he should be able to put the ball right in there. He's done just that. It's a good kick, got 6 points, and it scores once again a lock together. So it's still nothing in the game. We've been playing 13 minutes. So we've got a good 7 minutes to go now in the second quarter, and the scoreboard reading 3-goal, 1 apiece.
Certainly Reds have picked up their game a bit this quarter, and two of the big performers for them are Borges and Noel Hammond. They've been playing well around the ground, and Slater's continued his early quarter performance. The ball's up after the goal, and again there's a bit of a scrimmage with Carr on the bottom of the pack getting a bit of a head-high tackle. So he's going back for his kick and puts in a left footer down the centre of the ground, but it's off hands again. Black is interfered with. He's caught too high and gets his kick into the centre half forward position, looking for Hammond again. But he has the ball hit away from him, and Dunn's over the ball now, but it's going to be another stalemate, and again umpire Wheater is going to have to do what he's going to do all day, and that's bounce the ball. So it's Sampson and Roberts working the ball again. Roberts clears the ball and is able to put a left footer in and bring it down to the centre for Tummy Bay. A lot of scrambly work again as there's bodies thrown in over the ball. There's a lot of endeavour going, and but Franks at the moment looks like picking the ball up. He gets the ball across and is able to put the ball right into the full forward area where Darling misses the mark, but Murphy kicks one over his head, and it just sneaks through on the right side of the behind post and scores 1 point. So that gives Tummy Bay the lead by that solitary point. It's kicked out by Kelly, and Kelly finds Blacker. A good lead by Blacker, and a good pass. Blacker now pushes it on and looking for Hammond. Hammond's in behind Wolford this time, but Carr gets the ball, picks it up and centres it, and Borges gets the ball spoiled away from him. Franks picks it up and looking for Laurie, who's in front again. He scrambles the ball on, and a bit of good work by Sampson, gets the ball ahead. However, Franks got the ball heading for goals, but it is caught by Borges and is holding the ball. So Borges is going to push the ball into the centre of the ground this time, and a good mark by Paul as he comes through from his half forward line. Now he brings the ball on, and Watkins and Dunn battling it out here, but Dunn is just able to chip in front of Watkins. They're having a good battle there on the half forward, half back line, and pushes the ball right to the half forward line, but Trezise picks the ball up quickly from a good mark and turns around, gets the ball into Roberts. Roberts handballs it quickly to Tierney, and Tierney's pushed the ball right across goals, but Butler's there as always and is able to pick the ball up, has a look at the goals and puts it straight through the goals, and it's a good work by Tummy Bay, a good organisation their forward lines, good work by Butler, and good courageous stuff there. He's able to put the ball on, and that's Butler's second goal. Murphy's got a couple, and those two small men are the scorers for Tumby Bay. So they'll now take the lead by 1-1, and we've had 17 minutes of this quarter gone now, so the quarter's well in. And with only 3 minutes to go, Tumby Bay haven't made much use of this breeze yet, and another goal by Reds will certainly see them back in the game at quarter time, at half time. The ball's gone up now, and as usual there's another scrambly piece of play, and umpire Wheater is going to have to bounce the ball once again. Darling's in ruck this time against Kelly, and Darling gets a big fist out to Murphy, and again some more scrambling play, but Richardson's held on to this time, and he gets his free kick, pushes it into the centre, looking for Franks, and Franks, who's playing a top game in the centre, is a real pivot for the Tumby Bay team. He pushes it into the forward lines, looking for Roberts. Roberts is coming out on a strong lead, and although it's a long way out, this may even be within Roberts' reach. He's a big kick of the ball, and he could just about put this right into the goal square. He's certainly coming in now, and the ball looks beautiful off the foot, and it's gone straight through. It's certainly a handy goal to have a big kick like that. And so only another minute later, and Tumby have got another goal. So Reds need to fight back from here to get another goal this quarter. We've certainly got the runners onto the field again with their instructions making the team, with Reds making a substitute here, and Paul coming on. Bounce down after the recent goal by Tumby sees Kelly and Darling with it. Go for it with Darling for Tumby getting a big fist to the half-forward line, but not to any Tumby Bay player. Kelly's got the ball now, a good handball across to another Reds player, and it's got Watkins on the lead this time. He's got away from Dunn. He puts a left footer in, looking for his player in Major, and Major's taken a good mark, outpointing Wolford this time. Major's coming in for a goal, looking for another big goal for Reds, and it's a good kick right into the full forward area, but a big mark this time by David Darling. Sees a relieving kick for Tumby out to the flank, and almost marked by Dunn, but he recovers what he's lost and is able to kick a right footer out onto the flank, where Franks again is in the lead for the ball. He's able to dodge and weave with a bit of support there from Wolford. All clear to Murphy. Murphy's about to take off for the goals, but the siren sounds with Tumby Bay leading 5-2 to 3-1. So in that quarter, Cummins added 1 goal, while Tumby Bay put on 3-1. So it was certainly a better quarter by Tumby Bay, and yet some of the Reds players certainly lifted their game and picked up their work rate. So for Reds, the best players and goal kickers.
If for Reds that quarter, actually just looking at Tumby Bay that quarter, Murphy's goal down in that forward pocket, it was a good bit of play by Tumby Bay. He was shepherded out well, Murphy, and he had players talking to him, and he had plenty of time to turn around and kick a goal to set Tumby up with a 6-point advantage over Cummins. And then the big mark by Roberts and the big goal, it was a good kick right from the half-forward line. It was a good 40-odd metre kick, and it was a good goal. But down the other end of the ground, Reds had the same thing with Major. He kicked a big goal, and that was the only goal. No, that was, yeah, one. That's right. But looking at Reds at the moment, I think I don't think David Hall will be all that worried at the moment. He had the same problem last week. Reds did lift their game after half-time, and they were down, and they've got the players in the side to lift them out of this. But if Reds are going to let Tumby players like Franks, Murphy, Roberts and Richardson and those type of players run, well, Cummins going to be in a lot of trouble in the next quarter. Tumby at the moment are using the ball a lot better than what the Reds are. Reds take the ball into the forward lines a lot slower than what Tumby do. And I think Reds are lacking 1 or 2 players up in the forward lines. They've got all their bigger players on the ball. And once the ball gets to the full forward area, that's where Reds seem to fall down, whereas Tumby have got the brilliance of, say, young Murphy and those type of players to read the ball off hands and snare the goals for them or make the play. But Cummins now to go to the northern end of the ground, aided with the breeze. If they play this top side of the ground, straight out through the top of the square and home, I think we could see Reds bang on 2 or 3 quick goals here and bring the game right up to Tumby Bay again. And And I think the last quarter will be the decider of the 86 grand final at Cummins.
Well, we picked the grand final for the Colts up again for the 1986 season in this, the Jubilee 150 year. And at the moment we see on the scoreboard that Tommy Bay is leading 5-2 to Cummins 3-1. So there's a low scoring game, and with a low scoring game like that, it can be anybody's game. It's quite easy for Cummins to rattle on 2 or 3 goals, still aided by a slight breeze, although I believe that the breeze has probably died down a bit. So the bounce about to start for the third quarter, and this is probably going to be a deciding quarter too. Darling in the ruck for Tommy Bay, but it's knocked out and then kicked on for Reds to their advantage. Again, it's a scrambly ball, and umpire Wheater has no alternative but to bounce the ball again. A lot of endeavour being shown by these Colts boys. The lads are really throwing themselves into it and getting into the game with lots of strong, vigorous bodywork. Darling down to Dunn. Dunn's a quick ball out. That was Butler. A quick ball out to Dunn, who pushes on up the wing. But in the road is Slater, and he's doing a good job for Reds and kicks it down to Borges. Borges, with a familiar left foot kicking style of his, has found Watkins, is able to get away again. And a good big kick, and it's Major who's chipped in again from the side, and his marking strength is shown last term and again now early in this term that could be a big factor for Reds. He kicks for the goals and it's got straight through, and that's just what the Reds needed early in the quarter to pick their game up and put them within a couple of goals of Tommy Bay, and they're able to score that in the first minute and a half of the quarter. So Reds now only a goal off the pace, and this quarter's really turned into a good one for Reds and Tumby. Ball down with Darling and Borges going for it. Again, there's a stalemate with this time Franks on the bottom of the pack shoveling out a handball, only to Darling, who sees the ball forward again. Ball working hard here with Anderson on the bottom of the pack, and he's get a free. The free's been picked up by Tierney. He pushes it in across to Butler. Butler finds space and is able to mark the ball, and Major was a little bit late getting there. Butler kicks it in, took his time, but the big fellas have got to the fall of the ball now, and Gibbons spills yet another mark, and there's a stalemate again with the ball being bounced. So Darling and Borges, big thump by Borges this time, and but Tierney's in the road. Tierney kicks it to Gibbons. Gibbons is less than 10 metres away with a flick out from Darling onto Butler, and Butler kicks it to Roberts, who's leading out from goals on the southern end of the Cummins Oval. Last quarter, Roberts kicked one from further out from this distance, but he was straight in front and he did have the assistance of the breeze. But again, he puts this one straight through. The umpire doesn't move very much at all, and Roberts has kicked a goal for Tommy Bay, and so they sneak ahead again by that gap of 2 goals, which is a handy gap in such a low-scoring game. But the quarter is only young yet. They've only been going for 3.5 minutes, so the ball will be bounced in the centre again.
Reds have made a few moves here. I see Watkins up on the half-forward line, and Hammond was on the half-forward line, and they've got their bigger players in the middle of the ground now with Hammond, Borges in the ruck, which is a good move. Got a bit of strength there now. Watkins will be awarded a free kick as he's tripped on the half-forward line. Watkins now hasn't got a lot to fire it forward. He's going to have to wait for Major and them to get into forward lines. Down in there we go long, big kick. Majors underneath the ball. He's taken a good strong mark. He got a good set of hands today, Sean. The last 3 or 4 weeks he's spilled a lot of marks, but today he's really hanging on to him. They need Sean Major to take these grabs in the half-forward line. Steadies now, comes in. Umpire doesn't move. It's another goal to Major. That's 2 in about 2 minutes he's got off the half-forward line. Reds have got that movement in the middle now because of the strength that they've got in there in Borgus, Major, Blacker and Watkins, who's in and out from half-forward and into the centre of the ground. Reds are going to have to use this breeze now. They'll need another 3 or 4 goals in this quarter if they want to hold Tumby out in the last quarter. Ball's back in the middle of the ground again. Umpire Wheater to bounce once again. He's bounced the ball a few times today. Crowd starting to lift a little bit here at the moment. Borgus thumps the ball clear of the centre of the ground once again, only to find Watkins. Doesn't know where to go at the moment. Drives into the forward line again. Hammond front, can't take the mark. Glover over the top of the ball. Tumby Bay now trying to clear the ball out. Blacker with the big handball. Bounces, beat all the players. Jason Glover now with a chance. Can't pick it up. Put to the ground. The ball's on the bottom. The Blues now through Murphy clear the ball to the centre of the ground where a mark is taken by Dunn. Dunn now go for the big clearing kick, which he does, and he finds Gibbons on the between half back and the centre wing. He goes down now looking for Laurie. He's over the back, but Slater takes what should have been paid as a mark. The umpire didn't see it that way. Ball now cleared out. Back to Dunn again. Gets the handball. Major now over the top of the ball. Pulled off the ball. Play allowed to go on. Phelps here over the top of the ball. And umpires awarded a free kick. Ball's handballed out with silly play there. Tumby Bay now clear the ball through Gibbons to the half-forward line where Slater and Trezise do battle on the half-forward line. Slater gets the betterment there. Franks tries to burst his way through and been penalised for holding the ball. Slater now to clear off the half-back line, goes to the centre wing looking for Borgus. He comes over the top, can't hold the mark. Phelps now tries to burst his way through. Lucky he wasn't pinged for holding the ball again. So over the half-forward line for the Roosters now. Blacker in pursuit, long with Dunn. Bit of a battle here. Dunn thrashes his way out of the half-back line, looks, goes down. Major takes another mark again. Starting to come into the game now, Sean Major. Goes to the half-forward line, looking for Watkins. Comes over, doesn't hold what he should have. Over the shoulder, the umpire doesn't see it that way. It's picked up by Murphy, goes to the centre of the ground. Slater and Butler do battles. Big handball out to Richter, who running into the half-forward line. He's got space. He can go all the way here, lines up and goes out of bounds. It's a pretty poor play there by Tumby. They had 2 players here, Richter running into an open goal. But obviously no talking. As the ball's cleared out the half-back line. Slater now with a chance. Can't pick it up. Borgus trying to keep control of the ball. Tumby Bay now get the ball, handball out. And Wheater has picked up a free kick for Tumby Bay. And it's been awarded to Laurie. Laurie now on the half-forward line. Looks down ground, goes towards the sticks to find Darren Carr coming in, the smallest man down there, takes a free kick. Comes out on the left flag looking for Slater, can't take the mark. Sean Major's in here to do battle with Murphy. And the ball's out of bounds. It was Butler, not Murphy. Ball thrown in on the half-forward line for Tumby Bay. Ruckman do battle, ball's to the ground. Carr once again comes out on that left leg, looks down to the centre wing area, chips it out looking for Phelps, who can't quite get there. Ball's on the boundary line, and ball's still in play. And Wheater to come in to bounce once again. Still on the half-forward line for Tumby Bay. The players are giving nothing in this. It's a real grand final. Carr now with the chance again on that left leg. Looks, goes towards the wing area, and the boundary umpire says the ball's gone out of bounds, or the player went out of bounds. The ball will be thrown in again on the half-forward line for Tumby Bay. Ball's in once again. Ruckman, Borges over the top to Slater. Clears to the centre of the ground, looking for Watkins, who can't take. He's back in once again. And there's a stack up in the middle of the ground. Once again, Weech will come in and bounce the ball.
Certainly the tempo of the game's picked up, and there's a lot of endeavour still being shown. Roberts and Borges going. Borges has really lifted in this quarter. He's providing a lot of drive, and it's the run of Blacker now that pushes the ball right in to the Reds' forward line. There's Fuss is unable to control the ball and missed the opportunity there, and the ball's run right out over the boundary line in the forward pocket for Reds. Ball being thrown in now with Paul and Roberts going for it. A free being given now to Paul by the look of it, and so he lines up the goals, and a good kick comes through, but it must have just faded and missed, and the umpire declares it as 1 point. So that brings the difference now to 1 goal. 1 straight kick, the difference between these two teams in the 1986 Colts Grand Final. Ball's kicked out wide, missed by several, but picked up now by Richardson, who handballs the ball on to Roberts. He tries to bounce, nearly comes unstuck, but Roberts kicks in now, and Slater in the road again. And he's making a real game of this at centre half back. He's providing a big stumbling block to the Tumby Bay team. Picks the ball up out to Carr, who takes the ball again. Nice mark. He kicks in, and at the back is Major, who's having a real good quarter. He takes 1 bounce and then off. Kick, which is a bit wobbly, and beats Paul out of bounds again on the half forward pocket area for Cummins on the far side. It's Roberts and Major that go for the ball that time. They kicked over, and Blacker gets a chance. Hammond's almost got the ball but gets pushed out. The ball now cleared by Anderson, and he puts it out to Franks, who's first to the ball, and man in front gets the benefit, and he's got the mark. He kicks again into the centre of the ground, and pushed by Dunn into the back of Borges, gives away a free, and so Borges, who's having a great quarter, gets another kick. It looks a bit too far out from here, but he should certainly centre the ball right into the middle. He's gone for a pass to Hammond, but Hammond misses it with Dunn in front. A bit of a scrambly play here as the ball's on the deck and just being milled around. The umpire decides once again he'll ball it up and try and clear the passage of play. So it's Roberts and Sampson going for it again. That was Paul, but he cleared the ball out to the half-back line, and Paul's got a free kick from some manhandling from Andrew Wolford. Ball's missed now, but Chris Gibbons picks the ball up quickly. He handballs across to Dunn. Dunn goes for a bounce. 1 bounce, 2 bounces. He nearly missed at that time. He's got his 3rd bounce, and he kicks it into the half-forward line, looking for Darling. Darling's pushing the player as reaching for the ball, and that means the Reds man is able to get the ball and kick back. But unfortunately the road is Tierney. Tierney drops the ball but picks it up, and with his left foot is able to push it into the front. It's Tierney and Blacker again fighting for the ball. Dunn knocks it forward, and again there's a bit of aerial ping-pong going with Borges again picking the ball up. This time he uses the right foot and hits it in long and hard. The foot should get the ball, but the ball is converged on by a number of Blues there with Franks fighting for the ball. This time Watkins on his left foot picks up, snaps, and he again is too wide. And so Cummins reduced the deficit now to 5 points, and Watkins' shot, left foot shot on the run, just missing, and so Anderson will now be kicking out.
Just looking back on that, maybe Watkins there, he made the run from the half-forward line. He covered 30-odd yards to get down and get the handball there. Saw Major in a lot of trouble. Went down and just didn't get the just rewards for that run on down the ground. He missed with the left leg. And Wheatra now has paid a free kick to Borges out on the half-forward flank. Borges now, the left leg, goes short for the run of Watkins, who takes a good mark. And Watkins here should be able to convert from here. Maybe he can make amends for the 6 points he missed out on a couple of minutes ago. He's lining up. He's a good 40 metres out from goal. Ball's on its way now. The pack develops in the forward line. It's a big mark over the top by Roberts. Got a good set of hands, Roberts. Clears now to the half-back line, looking for the lead of Richter. Richter now plays on. Doesn't know where to go. He's in trouble. He's in a bit of trouble at the moment. Borges now doesn't know where to go. He's in trouble. Tumby Bay now with the ball. Clear to the wing area where Slater once again tries to be that stumbling block. Forces Tumby Bay. Push the ball forward to the half-forward line. It was a battle of the little fellas here. Reds have numbers at the drop of the ball. Tumby Bay throw the ball out. Umpire has seen that. And there'll be a free kick now awarded to Cummins. Yeah, Wilson now to clear off the half-back line for Cummins. Looking to the half-forward line, plays on, kicks. Sean Major to do battle, can't. Murphy at the back. Butler. Paul now on the wing, hasn't got control of the ball. And Blacker now, good body work. Can't quite control the ball on the wing area. Now Paul tries to handball out. It's intercepted by Tumby Bay. Pick up the ball and they bounce the ball across the centre of the ground, going to the half-forward line and looking for Trezise, who spilt what should have been a good, easy chest mark. Ball now driven down forward for Tumby Bay. Slater wants to get in there, trying to block the ball out, which he does. Overruns the ball, and the ball now is in a stalemate position in the forward pocket for Tumby Bay. Tumby Bay now with a chance now to convert, put themselves 11 points in front of Cummins. They've got the ball in their forward lines, the ball's bounced. Slater once again, starting to dominate a bit back down the back line, Slater. Carr now in pursuit, and bit of a stalemate starting to develop once again in the forward pocket area. At 10 metres away from where the ball was previously bounced, still up in Tumby Bay's forward pocket area. The ball's down once again. Tumby Bay tucked the ball over the top. Carr picks up the ball, looks and finds Blacker. Runs out of the half-back line now and finds Major on the wing position, who's put down after he's taken the mark. No 15-metre penalty awarded. Major now elects to play on, goes to the centre of the ground looking for Hammond, but Murphy, no, it's Butler, chips in and takes a good little mark in the centre of the ground. Look for a short run now and finds Richardson, made space on the half-forward line. Richardson now looking, hasn't got many leads forthcoming up the ground. Drives down, looking for Slater intercept once again. Wilson clears the ball to the wing area. Well, all the players now converge on the ball on the wing area. Watkins comes in, puts the hip into the side of the head, and Tumby Bay awarded a free kick. Player down over there at the moment. It's Wolford, number 13 for Tumby Bay. Can't take the free kick. It's Franks. No, it's not Franks with the ball. It's Richter with the ball, who clears to the half-forward line. And once again, Tumby spill that ball on the half-forward line. Slater brothers in pursuit down here. Carr's on the bottom of the pack, working hard. Clears the ball, the handball out, trying to find Slater. But Roberts working hard on the bottom of the pack. The ball's picked up by Laurie, who snaps towards goal, and the ball's been put out of bounds in the forward pocket once again for Tumby Bay.
Less than 2 minutes to go in this quarter, and the score's very close, with only a goal in separating the two teams. It's a mark now to Reds, pushed it up forward, and a big leap from Roberts. Fails to grab the ball. Borges handballs it out, but it's Butler, who's working well at the bottom of the pack, kicks on to Richter. Richter pushes it into the centre half-forward position. Laurie's over his head, and Sampson takes the clearing kick down to Richardson, who takes the mark in the middle of the ground. Richardson kicks on again, looking for Gibbons and Trezise. Trezise picks up the left foot around the corner into Cromer. Cromer misses the ball now onto Laurie, and but it's picked up this time by Slater. The Slater boys are certainly playing well. Into Borgus, and Borgus elects to put a right footer into his little men. But down to the wing now for Reds, and Watkins is unable to get it. Hammond backs up well. Hammond through now. He's able, breaks the tackle of Thorpe. Now Butler at the bottom of the pack again. Handballs back to Caulfield. Caulfield with a kick looking for Darling. Darling reaches above his smaller opponent and takes the grab. He kicks the ball on to Tierney. Tierney's on his own out in the wing. Tierney now looks for Gibbons. Gibbons takes the grab this time and looks to play on, but he's tackled and it's holding the ball. He missed the ball again. Wilson takes the clearing kick, and it's Butler right in the right position at the right time, playing a great quarter this time. Butler looks for the lead of his big chap in Darling. Darling takes the grab, and at full time for the third quarter, it's just a goal the difference, and Tumby Bay haven't able to score any majors that quarter, while Cummins put on a couple. Certainly a better performance this time by Cummins. The move of Borgus into the ruck certainly inspired them. They are able to move the ball out of the centre quite a few times. Borgus got a few big thumps and got the ball really going. I thought that Watkins made centre half forward a good position for Reds. He had a lot of movement there, ran the ball around, looked pretty sharp there, took a few good grabs. Early in the quarter, Major took a couple of important grabs and kicked truly, so he lifted his game. And also Noel Hammond provided a lot of run all around the ground and certainly got the Reds moving. In that quarter, Franks continued to play well. He's certainly one of the best players on the ground, and he's a dominating force in the centre. Butler really came into the game this time. Tommy Bay missed him in the second semi-final when they played Reds, and Butler was away on a school trip that time, and he's really come back and into the game. He's always to be found at the bottom of the pack and in the spaces wherever he's needed. And he created a lot of drive for the Tumby Bay team. Butler and Murphy, both small redheads, are certainly the ones that are kicking the goals. They've got 2 each. Roberts has also got 2, and they're the goal kickers for Tumby Bay. So the goal kickers and best players for Reds.
Goal kickers in that quarter for Red. Sean Major with one good grab, good goal. Just looking at Reds in that quarter, the moves that Hall did make, where he put Watkins and Hammond, Esquire on the half-forward line, and brought Borgus, etc., Major, and them into the middle of the ground, and swung them in and out of the half-forward line to the centre of the ground, proved dividends for Reds. They got those couple of quick goals, but they couldn't keep that up. Tumby Bay nullified that. Their back line tightened up a little bit more, and Cummins running the ball into the forward lines were blocked out a lot of times by Dunn, is it? Was it Dunn?
It's in half back.
Yeah. I think it's Dunn. Number 20. He's playing pretty solid across the half back line, but down the other end of the ground also for Cummins, we've got the Slater brothers on the half back line, who don't know how to say give it up. They like to work hard all the time, and they're shutting Tumby Bay out a fair bit every time they go forward. The little players that Tumby Bay have got in Murphy and Butler, and their captain in young Franks, so playing exceptionally good football at the moment. Young Franks is dominating the centre of the ground, whereas young Butler has been very handy around the ground, taking some telling marks, and also dangerous in the forward lines. Well, the coaches have just about wrapped up their pep talk for the last quarter to start in the 1986 grand final. Hall still got Cummins in there in the huddle. Obviously, David to be working pretty hard on his players at the moment, telling them to give everything they've got. It's their last 20 minutes of football for 86, so both sides, I think you'll see both sides really commit themselves in this last quarter. There's nothing in it. There's only one kick in it, and it'll all be level, and we'll hear the crowd really start on these fellas directly.
Almost time for the last quarter of the 1986 Colts Grand Final of the Great Flinders Football League. Waiting for the siren now, and it's going to be Darling and Sampson. Right, the siren sounds, and there's only 20 minutes of Colts football left for this season. Ball goes down, and it's Sampson with a tap down, but it's snared by Butler. He turns around, a quick kick to Richardson. Richardson snaps into half-forward line, where Laurie from behind almost takes a beauty. But he recovers quickly, puts it on his left foot and around to Trezise. Trezise leading the race for the ball. Picks it up now, puts it in on his right foot and hurries it towards the centre. Langley tries but misses with a right foot. Picked up by Franks into Butler once again. The ball's clear, but here we see in the centre of the ground Dunn. Dunn dodges once, dodges twice, has a bounce, has a big run of more than 15 metres and kicks well into the forward line, and sees on his own there Chris Roberts. Roberts almost in front, being brought around a little bit now by the umpire, but it shouldn't make any difference. He's got whatever breeze is behind him, and he should put this through for a very early and handy goal for Tumby Bay to go into the last quarter of the grand final. So they're got a handy lead now of a couple of goals. In fact, Reds have the odd point on them, so it is only 11 points difference now. So it's the game's still only within 2 straight kicks for Reds to come back. So it was certainly a handy goal for the Blues as they go with the wind in the last quarter. It's going to be Sampson for Reds and Darling for Blues once again. They come in this time, it's Darling. Darling puts it down, but it's almost straight down Hammond's throat, but he fails to pick up. It's Butler once again. He handballs this time to Dunn. Dunn tries to handball away, but it comes into a scrimmage, and the umpire's no alternative but to bounce the ball once again. Puts it down. It's a strange bounce, but it collared this time by Dunn. Dunn handballs, but it goes straight to Hammond. It's into a pack again now. Back into Dunn's hands, but he's on the bottom of the pack and can't get the ball away. And so it's going to be a bounce up once again. Borges is in ruck this time, but Sampson goes for it. Borges is on the ball. Borges this time kicks off the ground, and it's met solidly by Richter. Richter handballs it out towards Richardson, but it's picked up here by Blacker. Blacker kicks into the centre half forward position, and the Blues little men now pick up the ball and start to clear it away with Caulfield in the lead. Now picked up by Tierney. Tierney out to Butler, who's having a great game. On to Richardson. Richardson fails to take the one-hander, and it's on the ground. And in a melee, there's Phelps and Hammond. Hammond now picks up and just over the head of Borges. Borges had a great quarter, third quarter. Now picks up, spins out of trouble well, but is collared by Dunn. A great duel between these two skillful players. The ball's reached its stalemate and is going to be bounced now by umpire Wheater. He puts it down with Darling going for the ball, knocks it back into the road of the Reds players and Sampson. Sampson hits it on to Major. Major taps it on, goes on further. Now we've got Slater. Slater's obviously been moved up into the forward line. He's been a great player in the back lines and should give the forwards some drive. So there's another point to Reds. Reds move on to 5-4 with Tumby 7-2. Anderson kicks out. It's quite a good kick out to the far side, and there's still a scrimmage of players over the ball, and unless it can be kicked out, which it is now by Reds, they've kicked it forward, only to see it go over the boundary line for yet another throw-in. Darling's doing the rucking. Borges for Reds. He gets into the back of Darling, who's unable to clear the ball properly, and it simply drops to the ground for yet another ball up. Ball's cleared to Reds. Reds with Major in the front spot chasing the ball. He's still working on it, working hard at it, unable to pick the ball up. But right on the bottom of the pack is Anderson, and he holds the ball to ground, and it's now a ball up. It's Darling and Sampson again, this time Darling. And the ball's to ground with Slater battling again, as he always does, on the bottom of the pack, battling away. Ball up once again. So Darling this time hooks it back in favour of Butler. Butler can only handball it away from himself because he's being chased by Hammond. Now it's going to be a ball up again. Butler on the bottom of the pack, but handballs the ball out over the boundary line. The ball will be thrown in, which is about the half-forward flank for Reds. Ball comes in, the big pack fly, tapped over the back by Darling. Franks is unable to pick the ball up. Slater was on his tail, hit out by Franks to Borges. Borges picks up, misses with an airy, then recovers, picks up again, and a big pack there with Phillips unable to hold the ball. The ball's once again on the ground, and it's true finals footy with the ball being scrambly in play, bodies being thrown in, lots of endeavour, the team's really trying for the flag. It's Darling and Sampson again. Darling to Thorpe. Thorpe spins out of the pack, spins into the trouble and kicks. And this time we're not quite sure why, but Butler's got the kick and kicks wide. But Phelps drops the ball. It comes out this time. Tierney's got the run of it. And he kicks forward with Roberts and Kelly having a good battle here. The ball's being given a free in favour of Laurie for pushing the back. He was over the ball, only one with his nose right over the ball. And he kicks in well now to Roberts. Roberts moves forward and has beaten Kelly this time. Roberts certainly marks the ball well, and in this case has outpointed Kelly and kicked a goal from about this distance in the second quarter. So we presume he should be able to get the distance, or at least go through for a score. It looks a good kick from here. The umpire has a look at it, moves a bit to his left, and obviously it faded to the eastern goal post and has just gone through for a point. So that brings Tumby on to 7 goals 3 to Reds 5 goals 4. Kelly's taken the ball now and is choosing the far side to kick out. Balks once and has a look to the near side now with Major almost taking a one-hander, but failing to take the grab. And unfortunately is all over Trezise, who takes the ball and delivers it right into the centre of the pack with a bit of a wobbly kick, and Watkins is there and is able to take the grab. Got good judgment, Watkins, and certainly able to take the ball well and took the mark, delivered it well to Hammond, who did a good lead and now passed out to Major. Major's certainly taken a few grabs this time, and Slater, the younger of the two, tries, but it's done now with another run. Takes one bounce on the left foot, puts it right into the centre. Unfortunately, Hammond can't quite take the mark from behind for Reds. Kelly's got it, handballs into the centre to Wilson. Wilson can't quite deliver it properly. Comes back to him again. Again has an area with a hand. This time it comes to Major again, and with a bit of a bad bounce and chasing it by Paul. Paul knocks it back in, knocks it well, and into Slater. But a lot of endeavour, but nothing's happened. Goes back to the umpire. He'll have it. He's had it more often than anybody else. He bounces the ball, and it's Roberts who tries to take the ball, has an area, but then grabs it and kicks it in. Hammond just misses it, and puts it back in for Roberts, the Reds to kick again. Almost a mark by Borges, and the Pack's once again a stalemate and goes down for another bounce up.
Wheater puts the ball down again on the half-forward line for Tumby Bay. Roberts once again, he's come right into the game in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Roberts starting to become a dominating factor for Tumby Bay. Reds are going to have to try and contain him or play around him, or this boy's going to stitch the game up for the Blues. It's out with Sampson now. He clears, looking for Borges, who takes a mark. Ballerina style. Mark kicks to the wing, looking for Carr, finds Carr on the wing. Drives the half-forward line. Hammond takes the mark. They'd all left the big guns here then in Hammond and Major. Goes looking for Major, who's on his own, but it's a bad kick by Hammond. Costly kick. No, the umpire says it's out of bounds. Might be able to see that on the video when you see that it was out of bounds. We've been playing 10 minutes into the last quarter. So there's still a good 10 minutes of football left in this game for Cummins to come back. It's in again. Roberts taps it out to Butler. It's down the wing area. Hammond's here. Should control it from here. Handball's over the top to Slater. Slater on the left leg goes to the half-forward line. There's a penalty down ground as Slater's been put down behind play. Cummins now want the bigger players in their forward lines to take a couple of quick grabs for them to get back into the game. Bit of indecision here. The umpire's not too sure what's going on. I think he's sorted it out now. I don't think the players knew what was going on. He's kicked down now looking for Slater. He's made the movement on the half-forward line. He's taken the mark. He's going to have to get the ball on quick here. It's taken Cummins a long time in between goals. Slater's gone short now looking for Watkins, who's drifted right down the ground. Lines up from a long way out, kicks towards the goal square. Majors can't quite take the mark, but the umpire has seen a free kick and he's going to award a free kick to Cummins right in the goal mouth. And it's Blacker to take a free kick 10 metres straight out in front of goal. On a slight angle, but Archie, usually a pretty reliable kick, lines him up and he's put it through for full points. So it's drawn closer together now. There's only 5 points in the game now, and there's 9 minutes left to play in the grand final in 86. There's nothing in this game. It's only a kick, but the goals in the last quarter have been a long way apart. There's a lot of work out here on the ground to score a goal. Things are still tight. It's like the way it started, the game started when we said it should be tight all the way through, and it's proven just to be that. Cummins now with a goal. Can they lift and come back and just edge in front of the Blues? Ball with Wheater again in the middle. Puts the ball down. It's a good bounce. Sampson and Roberts. Borges trying to control the ball. Handballs it out. Major now with the ball. Must clear. Does. Over to Paul, who gets a big kick down the ground and is flattened behind play. And the Roosters will get a free kick down the ground. Darren Carr is going to play on, but the umpire's brought him back. Now, if they move it in quick, which he's gone looking for Paul in the pocket. He's got control of it now. Doesn't know where to go. Handballs over to Slater. He dodges, turns on the left leg, goes goalward, finds Fuss in the goal square. He took a mark and he played on. It was silly play. That could have stitched. That could have brought the put the Roosters in front if he'd kicked that goal. Obviously, lack of talking down there, and he muffed that one. Still, if Reds go down, he can dream about that one. Watkins now trying to mark over the top of Roberts. He's got a good set of hands. Been awarded the free kick. Goes to the centre of the ground looking for Franks. Franks and Hammond. Hammond punches away. Gives Major the run of the ball now. Ball doesn't bounce for that player. He tackles Franks and he's tackled him too high. Major's going to have to settle down a little bit. Starting to... Lucky he wasn't awarded a 15-metre penalty that time. Good decision by the umpire. He's played it on. Too many sets of hands here. Watkins back in again. The ball's handballed out. Slater comes through the half-back line to Phelps. Clears it. Looking for Slater. Slater can't control the ball. Major's on the bottom of the pack. Nowhere to go. It's handballed out. There's a trip. And the umpire's picked that up on the centre wing with Slater. Slater now drives to the half-forward line. Nobody there. Franks is there for Tumby Bay. He'll clear. Clears to the wing area. Down looking for Rick Gibbons. Gibbons plays on. It's tackled. Phelps now swoops on the ball. Dodges and turns. Doesn't know where to go. Handballs it over. Tumby Bay. Awesome. Punched away by Borges. Come in very strongly. It's out on the wing area once again. Cummins have got the players there. Slater picks up. Tries to attempt to kick out. Doesn't succeed. Comes off the body and it's gone out of bounds on the centre wing area. Been playing 14 minutes now. Ball's thrown in. And the umpire has awarded a free kick to Tumby Bay. Be taken by Butler. Drifted out of the game a little bit in the last 10 minutes. Plays on cleverly. Gets around his player. Kicks the ball high. Down. Centre half forward area. It's spilled off hands. It's picked up by Tierney. He drives. Kelly should have grabbed what he missed. It's on the ground. Who's in there for the Blues? Can't see. It's out of bounds in the forward pocket for Tumby Bay. It was Gibbons and Cromer over in the forward pocket. The ball's thrown in once again. Picked out by Blacker, who drives down ground, and it's off hands once again. But from Tierney, it's driven into the half-forward line for Tumby Bay. Slater tunnel balls it out the back, going the wrong way. Now Langley can't control the ball. Handballs it out. Kelly gets a clearing kick, but it's intercepted by Gibbons on the half-forward line for Tumby Bay. Gibbons now to drive Tumby Bay right into attack. That's a good wobbly. Oh, it's not a very good kick. It's a wobbly one, but it's marked by Slater on the half-back line. He can go short to Hammond. Reds can run the ball down from here if they use it. It's going to be shepherded off. And Hammond goes once again. He'll have to get his kick in or he'll run too far. He puts it down the ground, but it's intercepted by Richter on the centre wing. Richter now elects with a drop punt. It's a good kick too. Goes down the ground. Once again, Hammond, no, taken off from behind by the Blues. They drive in the forward lines. Langley and Butler, who's taken a finally judged little mark in the forward pocket. We said about he hadn't been in the game much in the last 10 minutes, but you've only got to come into it once. If he scores a goal here, he could nearly stitch this up for Tumby Bay. Takes his time over the kick, puts it up in the air, and the goal umpire's indicated that he's put it through for 6 points. So Tumby Bay go further ahead once again. Now I think Cummins have got their work cut out here. They're going to have to get 2 quick goals to say that they are the ones that won the 1986 grand final. We've ended the game by 17 minutes. There's only 3 minutes left.
Certainly a handy goal by Butler there. Took it on the angle and had no worries about putting it up high, steering it through steadily, and the umpire at that end signalled it as a goal. And so that's put them the 2 kicks clear that Tumby Bay wanted to be. So it's Sampson and Roberts into the fray again, but it's tapped down by Roberts to Dunn. Dunn kicks it through to Butler. Butler gets a bit of a hit in the back and he's down, but Langley picks it up, drives it back into the centre, and now Blacker picks it up again for Reds. Reds have got a kick and it's Carr taking the ball, bounces once, dodges again, handballs nicely on to Paul. Paul's got the ball on to Fuss. Fuss can't pick it up, but now we've got Hammond. Hammond picks it up nicely and into the centre, but a big mark here by Anderson. Anderson, the younger brother of coach Stephen Anderson, playing fullback and having the occasional run on the ball. He signals that he wants to go long, which is the only way to go this time of the game, and kicks to Franks. Franks made the lead, signalled for it, and took it. A good kick and a good mark. Franks kicks it on and looking for Roberts. Roberts is unable to get it, but at the back of the pack, Laurie flicks it on. Roberts picks it up, unable to get rid of it. The umpire signals that it's being held to him and that they'll have a ball up. It's once again Sampson and Roberts, a bit of a stalemate there, neither able to get it, but Richardson flicks it on to Murphy. Murphy on, and Franks kicks a short one on. Laurie gets it from his centre half forward position. The ball's going through hands and feet, and there's a lot of hard play with the skills of the game not being quite there in such a hard-fought game. The free is being picked up in the back lines of Reds. And who is it?
Slater.
And Slater. Slater's got the free kick, but may not be able to take the ball. Well, Slater's got the ball, and Borges goes for the big leap, but is not given the ball. Borges has got cramp. Now that's bad luck for Reds, because he's been a big playmaker. But Roberts gets the ball, delivers it into Dunn. Dunn turns into trouble, and although he's caught high, is certainly holding the ball. And Carr makes a good tackle on such a big chap. And there's the siren. There's the siren. Tumby Bay have run out victors in the 1986 Colts Grand Final. There's certainly jubilation from the Colts team as their supporters run on with streamers and flags to support them. There's a lot of jubilation in the side. It's great to see the sportsmanship of the Reds players here. They're going over to congratulate the Blues players. They've certainly fought this game right out all day. It's been a great battle, and it's deserving of any grand final for 1986.
Yeah, the Blues have got the game. If we look back over the game, I suppose if we think in about their 10-minute mark in the last quarter, Cummins had the chance. There was a mark taken down in the goal square, and the player elected to play on, and that would have brought the game close together. The pressure would have been applied to every player on the ground end because scores would have been locked together. But as a result of that, Tumby Bay took the ball down the ground from there, and they scored a goal, which made the avenue for Cummins to get back another 5 points. Then Butler took that mark in the forward pocket and converted with another 6 points, and that gave Tumby Bay an 11-point break. Well, it was bad luck to Cummins for the 86 grand final, but congratulations to the Blues. Steve Anderson, he's worked with his Colts hard all the year. He's got the just reward. That's what it's all about. David Hall, he's been up here twice now, and it must be hard for Hawley in 2 years. He's had his lads in there for 2 years, and last year I think most Red supporters would have thought that Cummins could have taken the grand final out again. And in 86 they had another chance, and they failed to do so. So it's congratulations to the Blues, and I'll just hand back to my co-commentator. Thanks, Trevor.
Well, it looks like Tummy Bay have now going to receive the LeBrun Tonkin Shield for the Colts premiers in the Great Flinders Football League. This shield's donated by the past league president, Roy LeBrun, and Jimmy Tonkin. And this has been going from the introduction of the Colts competition back in 1955. So Tummy Bay have run out worthy winners of this shield. And to me, probably the best player on the ground was their pivot player in Craig Franks. He certainly dominated the centre all day, had several opponents, and was the one who went deep into the back lines when required, and travelled into the forward lines and made his presence felt there as well. He picked up kicks, got marks, handballed well out of the pack, and made many moves for his team. He certainly provided their drive. I think Chris Roberts was another one who played well. He was their big man for them, took some big marks, ended up the day kicking 3 goals, and a couple of them were from a fair way out. So he really made his presence felt there. The next lot of blokes who performed well were probably the small brigade for Tumby Bay in Butler, Murphy, Tierney and others like that. Butler had 3 goals, but his main effort was around the ground, where he picked up the ball on many occasions, seemed to be at the bottom of the pack when required, and was able to sneak out into the open spaces and create the drive, and then passed the ball on well to some of his teammates. So he was probably about the 3rd best for the Tumby Bay team. The goal kickers for Tumby Bay were, as I've mentioned, Roberts kicked 3 and also Butler kicked 3, and Murphy chipped in with a couple early, always the opportunist, and made the most of that opportunity. So congratulations to Steve Anderson, the coach of the Tumby Bay Colts team, on a good victory today. And now for the best players and goal kickers from Reds.
Going through the Reds lineup, Sean Major ended the day with 4 goals. Looking at their better players on the day, Matty Watkins was swung all over the ground in an effort to either get him into the attack or to stem Tumby Bay's attack. Noel Hammond was pretty dominant all over the ground most of the day, as was Captain Borges. Sean Major took some big grabs around the ground. The little players for Cummins found it pretty hard. Tumby had got some bigger players out there, and I think where Cummins fell down a little bit was in a few key positions. They had to swap players around to try and stem Tumby Bay's run on game. But just wrapping it up here for the Colts 1986 Grand Final before the B grade game starts to take place between Kapini and Tumby Bay are back in there again. So from us here at the Colts Grand Final for 86, it's congratulations to Tumby Bay and Steve Anderson and commiserate.